donc à présent écouter monsieur, monsieur Radoux, Daniel Radoux, qui vient de Belgique, qui va intervenir en anglais.
Oui, parce que je parce que je pensais qu'il fallait le faire en anglais, but it's fine, in fact, for our English and American friends who are present here, the Indians. The practical point of view, in fact, we have a technical issue with the computer because I have some slide. But anyway, in the meantime, in fact, I can explain you. Here we are speaking about a methodology of change. It's an activation of the unconscious to deprogram, in fact, problem, the patient's problem, and to reprogram, in fact, best a solution. Why has this methodology been developed? Because we are always speaking about our success cases, but in fact there is a lot of people, of psychological failures, in fact. And we don't speak about very much about that, but these people, these patients, in fact, stay along the road. They are completely blocked. And most of the time they have been to psychologists, psychoanalysts, or psychotherapists, and they are looking for, and we've got to help them, in fact, to get rid of their own problem. So here I am speaking about a study of 200 patients which have been selected, in fact. So first point is at least 3 years with different psychologists, psychotherapists, or psychoanalysis. First one. This study is 2 years, and I am speaking about 200 patients, all right? And because I have only 15 minutes, I don't have time to speak about the technical issue, the technical aspect of this methodology, but I have a poster, so I will skip some slides, in fact, and I will speak only the characteristic of this methodology, and I will speak about the result that I have with this methodology. For any question concerning this methodology, technical issue, etc., I have my poster, in fact, here, so I invite you at the end of this session, in fact, to come to me, and it will be close to my poster, and during the break we will have time, in fact, to discuss in French or in English, as you like, to discuss about these techniques. So the technician is not yet here. Okay, anyway. Okay, I have my slide with me, so I can explain to you. Very sorry about this technical issue, but the characteristic of this methodology, firstly, it's an activation of the unconscious to deprogram the issue, the patient's issue. Okay, it can be overweight, it can be depression, burnout, but also it can be multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, etc. Different pathologies. Okay, it's my passion furthermore. First point. The second point is that it's identical methodology from age 7 to 77. Okay, exactly the same methodology. There are some change, in fact, the safe place, for example, and what we call the list of programming. I will explain to you in some minutes. All right. But you see the same methodology. That means it's an activation of the unconscious. And after we leave the unconscious, does what he has to do. And he knows what to do. It's not mine. So this is the responsibility, in fact, of the patient, but the unconscious part of the patient, not the conscious part. Okay, it's maybe a bit different. It's future-oriented. Okay, so we can call technicians. Yeah, we have a problem, in fact, here. Oui, on a un problème. C'est quoi le problème? Ben, c'est parce que le prof, il s'est mis... il faut un mot de passe, ce que je n'ai pas. Ah, voilà. Voilà, c'est bon, c'est bon. Merci, merci. Allez, ok. All right. Okay, so it will be not be very. Okay. So, okay, methodology of change, explain, activations, deprogram, reprogram. Okay, identical methodology, future-oriented. We are not speaking about the past, not in the first step, goes afterwards, it's fine, but not the beginning. It's not the talking cure therapy. We don't speak very much. Well, in the first session, of course, we discussed to know exactly what are the problems, of course, but afterwards, we know it's not a curing cure. Right? Use of various psychological model. Okay? In French, we call that je bouffe à tous les ratouilles. I have selected in different model what is for me the best things, and I develop a specific sequence. So this methodology is not really new, in fact. That is different tools, okay, that I put in a specific sequence to arrive to a certain efficiency. The second point is biological sense behind the symptom. That means each clinical symptoms have a meaning, have a sense. And so I am using, in fact, this specific sense to help the customer to understand why his unconscious part has been selected this specific solution. Because if he has some problem, at the practical point of view in this model, if the unconscious part will have selected this archaic solution, which is not good for the patient, is the reason why he is in front of me. Of course, that he wants to get rid of. Based on concrete and observable result. So we are going to discuss a long time about the different reasons why, etc. No. At the practical point of view, what has been changed between my last session and this session when he is in front of me. So very practical. The cornerstone is called the inner journey. So I use hypnosis. And so the inner journey is the cleaning of the inner home. So the inner home is a metaphor which has been developed by Freudian psychoanalysts. And the objective is to clean up. And this is the unconscious part of the patient. We are going to clean up what is in the unconscious. The whole problematic, it means mental field problem. When the patient arrived in front of me, generally speaking, it came from just one reason. Okay, overweight, depression, burnout, or etc. But what I'm doing with him is to have a look on the complete field of the different problem that he has in his life. It's not just depression, etc. There are different facets, in fact. And I take care about all the different issues that he has in his own life. And it is the unconscious part who will start to work on one of these different issues, in fact. It's not me. It's the same methodology. Okay, the other slide I'm going to skip a little bit. In fact, so if you're interested, we'll discuss later on, or treat the therapeutic link, so it's pretty well now. So, okay. So here I define, firstly, during the first session, I defined the objective, it's here. After the result, and especially the winning result, what is going to gain, in fact, when you will reach this objective. I help the patient to write, in fact, what it's called programming. It's short sentence. For example, I free up, I am happy, I communicate perfectly in public, etc., etc. And I use also what is called here the mental visualization. So it's VACOP, So for NLP people, they know pretty well, in fact, these techniques. Okay, for the on the next slide, so either what is happening, in fact, during the first sessions. Here, to define the objective, I use the SMART method, which is pretty well known in business, and I came from that. Different steps, in fact, that I skip, I will discuss it in front of my pastor. Concerning programming, also there is the best method to define how to write the programming, so I skip also this one. Okay. This is the list, for example, in French, I'm sorry, of programming, so I free up, or I'm happy, I love myself, etc., etc. The copy is on the poster, so you can have it. I use also the REM 3. So I explain what is the best method to sleep, to enter sleeping. So using the REM 3, which is very important, in fact. Now, the inner journey, what is that? Is the cleaning of your inner home. That means in the past that a person lived a certain number of events. And because he lived a certain number of these events, this unconscious has been selected a specific solution, what we call archaic solution. And today, this solution is a problem, in fact, for the patient, and is the reason why it's in front of me. So the point is to clean what is in this inner home. Freud was calling what is important is behind the stage. It's not the stage, it's not the symptom, it's not what the patient is telling to you. What is important is behind what is telling to you. And you have some expertise, in fact, to understand and see, okay, what is behind what is telling to you. Okay, so the other session, the inner journey, so I will be pretty quick, in fact. There are different steps we'll discuss later on. Here is an example. I use also music, what is called the home healing. We have an avatar, in fact, in Germany, in Springen, and so I use, in fact, this, so people who are sensitive to the energy, it's clear that it's very important. I tested it, it works pretty well. Continue. In fact, what I like to go to the result. I think it's the most important. Here is my notebook with what I write. Here it was a 55 minutes journey. Preliminary result of this approach. And it's what I would like to discuss now is, here I'm speaking about the average. And I divided my 200 patients in 3 groups. The first group is about 3 to 10 inner journeys. It's pretty quick. I remind you that these people, I remind you that this population has been selected. So it's people who spend minimum 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years amongst psychotherapists, psychoanalysts, or psychotherapeutics. So the engramming or imprinting is pretty strong, eh? Because if it's not so strong, but it's obvious that the other ones will have success, in fact. Okay, so here we have a population which is with pretty strong problems. So we can speak about resistance, but there is no resistance, in fact. It's because it's engramming more deeply in the brain. Now, I divided, in fact, these 200 patients into 3 groups. The first group, and I think that here the list of pathology, OCD, migraines, and often drug-resistant migraines. So for these people, it's terrible, terrible. So they have no drugs, in fact, to help them. Alcohol. Alcohol here, I mean, it's not the AA approach, not at all. Here is people, in fact, can continue to drink a cocktail, a red wine, a French red wine, of course, etc. So they are free up of the dependence of the alcohol. So if they decide to drink only one drink, it's one. If they decide to drink 2 drinks, it's 2. 2 beers, 2 glasses of wines, etc., etc. So this is the liberty, in fact, speaking about the freedom. Pain here is idiopathic. That means, so 3 minutes. Okay, no, I can be a little bit further. Second group, 11 to 30 in a journey. So cigarette, burnout, emotional dependence, etc. And pain, here it's arthritis, so there is no more joint cartilage in this pain. And they get rid of the pain. Third group is overweight, obesity, depression, burnout. Now you can see that burnout, they are in 2 groups. Here some people can get rid of the burnout pretty quickly. The other one, it's a little bit more complicated. Well, no, sorry. Here we are speaking also about incurable diseases like such as multiple sclerosis or polyarthritis rheumatoid arthritis or psoriasis, etc. I didn't dare to write cancer, but I work also on people who have cancer stage 3 and 4. Right? So that means people are... Okay, so the conclusion, I think, is... So this is a methodology which activates the unconscious to deprogram and reprogram. Secondly, the best pathway is defined by the unconscious. It's not me. It's a methodology which is the same for everybody, except the same place and the list of programming is different. Of course, it's specific to each patient. This is the black box principle. What is happening? I don't know. It's called input, the methodology. Do you know that the average number of neurons that you have in your brain, we are speaking about 95 billion neurons. And one neuron is connected to 10,000 other neurons. So that means you have in your brain right now 950,000 billion synapses. The quantum physicists consider that the brain is the most complex quantum object in the universe. There is nothing more complicated than the brain. So this is the black box. Input and see based on concrete and observable results. We are speaking about behavior, attitude, and feelings. And at each session, we discuss about what has been changed from the last time and right now. And between 2 sessions, because I'm so busy, it's 3, 4, sometimes 5 weeks. It takes also some time for the brain, for the unconscious, to change the neurological circuits in the brain, because in the brain, it's what we have. We have circuits, in fact, neurological circuits, and we have to change that. Okay, and so, this is my website, but it's in French. Okay, thank you very much.
One question? Only one?
Okay, so I invite you, in fact, at the end of this session, during the break, I will stay, in fact, in front of my poster, and so if you have any questions, we can discuss together. All right, thank you. Thank you very much.